Hey everyone, we're excited to announce Dealy Digest, a financial optimization tool that helps users make smarter spending decisions based on what they have with the credit cards that they use alongside their spending habits currently. By leveraging Knott's SDK alongside AI driven insights, alongside real time transaction data, we're able to provide accurate measures of deals that are there for the user to take advantage of and make sure that they're spending smart and making sure to take advantage of every bit that they can. Continuing to our dashboard, we can first see that we have activity. First off, to start off, our entire platform is secured by Auth0, sorry. So our connected services over here, we can see that we have a transaction link alongside a list of merchant names. For example, in this case, we're going with DoorDash. And then we use Knott's SDK to be able to sign in and grant access to the transactions that were made through DoorDash as a result of our credit card. So as we can see, we click continue, and over here, we can see our DoorDash activity now pop up. More so, we have our Netflix activity in the middle, which shows recent TV shows that we may have watched, and our Spotify activity on the far left showing recently listened to music. Furthermore, we see our recent activity seeing listen to music, watched on Netflix, and also ordered from Amazon. So just recent things that we've been working on. And also we have our cards. So our credit cards that are often going to be connected to our account and that can be used to find our AI-driven insights. Aside from that, we have our recent transactions on the right side, and we also have an add and connect new credit card feature. So if we go into the add a new credit card feature, it's able to remember every single bit of information that you put in there. And then when you log back in another time, all the information is stored for future use. So for example, here, we're just going to put a blank sort of chase card with a bunch of numbers here. We have our issuers, our case type, our expiry month, everything, and we're going to input it and move forward. Aside from that, on the right side, we can see that we have all of our transactions from recent history, and going back now looking at it, the chase card has now been added. So if we go back up to the top of the screen and then we go to the deal section, we can now take a look at deals that are associated with the cards that we have and our spending habits, things that are recommended for us as the client. So first off, we have like 5% back at Best Buy. We have 20% back at Target, 5% back on Chase Dining. A lot of things that may be useful or really good for the person or the client that is taking advantage of the service. Next, as we go to AI Insights, this is where Gemini really takes the cake and takes power of things. We have a financial wellness score alongside spending categories separated by what we are spending our money mostly on based on the transaction data that we have, alongside the top merchants that we actually end up spending with. More so, we have the number of cards we used, the categories that we have, and also the total spending as a whole. Then if we go to time usage, we can see the time usage that we spend on every single service. For example, taking into account the amount of time that we spend at the movies or music or things like that. So if we go to trends as well, we can see over here that we have a general AI trend chart that's created by Gemini as well, that's able to sort of forecast our spending. And then we have an AI chatbot assistant that's at the bottom. Going back up, we then have our recommendations. These are recommendations made based on our financial habits and how we've been spending our money to ensure that we can make a better and stronger future. Because at the end of the day, with the way inflation is going, we need to ensure that everyone is able to make smart financial decisions to push their lives forward. So as we go back up, our last tab is entertainment. These are just sort of media history, things that may be able to keep us sort of entertained with the way that our platform is working. It shows generally everything in a very concise dashboard that looks very nice. And then as we go down, we're able to see live events that may interest us as a whole or us as an individual. They're suggested based off our prior interests in the TV shows that we may have been watching or the music that we may have been listening to, and supports our sort of interests and makes us want to stay on the application. Daily Digest is a revolutionary tool that we believe can really change things for the way that individuals spend and choose to spend their money rather than everything else. Finally, we also are incorporating geospatial information to ensure that people are able to figure out sort of where the money is being spent, and we're able to predict which credit card is best used at the specific location. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoyed the demo.